And it was at that moment when I said to Barry, what kind of wagon is a healthy wagon?
What is the payoff to this, Boston?
A well wagon. Clever that, wasn't it?
No offence, Boston, but that was awful.
Well, humour is subjective after all.
Gordon Bennett. Hello, Jerry. Long time no see.
I don't know if it's been that long, Bunker, but hey-oh, work's loosened up a little recently.
And how's the old codger faring under the circumstances?
You meet Jerome? He's alright. Still as old codgery as always, you could say. You didn't still have that thing for Joanna, do you, Boston?
No, Jerry. I gave it to her long ago.
Yes, of course you did. Blast! Speaking of Joanna, I completely forgot. One of my trucks was supposed to go to the mine.
Oh, I could take it for you if you want. I am free. Which one?
It's a fish van. Thought it would make a nice present for the miners. Having to work in those pits till all hours. The idea doesn't enthrall me that much.
Good thought. Right, I'll go deliver it now.
Ever thought of becoming the world's first steam engine takeaway?
No.
Alright, Joanna?
Well, truth be told, Bunker, no.
What's that?
Oh, good morning. Bunker, right? Silly choice of name in my opinion, but
Sir? Why is the mine quiet? Where is everyone?
well, Bunker, you see, the thing is we haven't been able to do much work of late.
Oh? Why is that?
Well, most of the miners are on strike, apparently.
On strike?
Oh, is that a fish truck I see?
Yes, my friend Jerry thought it'd be a nice idea if the miners had a sort of reward for all their hard work.
Awfully nice of him. Could you put it in the siding before it goes off?
How do you think Mr. C is going to react, sir?
Yeah, like a born-again baby, Joanna.
This is a complete farce. I know Mr. Michael's a dab hand at darts, but this is business.
Sounds like whatever company regulation he's decided to enforce hasn't turned out as well as he expected. I see where you're coming from, sir. We'll lose custom, the profits will go down, the railway will go under, and by the end of it we'll all start growing stubble. I don't usually ask for your explanations, Boston, but care to explain how stubble comes into it? You've seen hobos on the station platform, haven't you, Barry? That's what happens when you can't look after your hygiene. Ugh. With you around, we'd certainly be in another Great Depression.
I hope it doesn't last too long. Everyone loses out in a strike after all.
I'm sure it's just a passing phase, sir. Nothing to worry about. They'll probably be back to work by next week.
As long as it doesn't last 3 weeks, we should have nothing to worry about.
Why 3 weeks?
Generally, if something lasts for over 3 weeks, it becomes a habit. When did you become a scientist? More importantly, why did they let you? When I went to Tidderminster University? You'd have been surprised how well I fitted in. With the throwing party getting drunk half the time crowd anyway. Is that the fish? It's a lot smaller than I expected. Whoever stuck it there should have put it with Joanna. She could have had a midnight feast, the poor lass. It's been ages since I last had a midnight feast, you know. I was only about 10, with a couple of mates, you know. And I got in trouble with my parents the next day, for staying up so late. Ah, that's childhood for you. You obey all the rules, you miss all the fun. Everything's sorted here, SV? Time for my trip to the colliery. I need to see what all this striking is about. I hope Joanna hasn't been caught up in it. I'll give her a bell while I'm there, if you know what I mean. What I don't know about you and Joanna isn't worth knowing, Boston. No, I never liked the idea of having kids much. I mean, when you're an adult, you want to be free. You want to get out into the world. You want to see places. But I mean, if I have to have kids, then I suppose the wife's willing. Hang on a minute. I know that whistle quite well. Is it?
You can see, hear and sense Boston from a mile away.
I think Boston is, he's,
On the grounds? Yes, we can see that.
What's this I hear about a strike then, Joey darling? Oh, it's horrible, Boston. I don't like it at all, not in the slightest. I'll cheer you up. What do you get if you cross a steam engine and an Egyptian? Tutankhamun. Get it? Tutankhamun. These jokes write themselves, I'm telling you. I think you'd best go and see if you can say anything to them. You're very talkative. I'd love to help you, Joanna, but I'm afraid I'm as useful as a chocolate teapot in these sorts of situations. Oh, please, Boston, you'd have to try. Well, since it is you asking, of course. As they say, better to have tried and failed than never tried at all. Greetings, gentlemen.
Boston! You could have deafened us!
Owing to how you've conducted yourself, I think you've earned that.
Yes, the miners are on strike, Boston. Don't rub it in.
He wants us to do longer hours, Boston. Can you believe it?
And would you also believe it? He's still keeping the wages the same. Talk about a pratfall.
What a to-do. I haven't heard anything so farcical since Fowler's ghost.
Boston, please, you have to understand it's procedure.
Procedure to be a corporate bigwig, eh? Come on, sir, you just knew Boston was gonna say something like that. I'm doing this for you, keep your mouth shut.
Believe me, Boston. If I could, then I would, but as it stands...
As it stands, Mr. Michael, you're being very unreasonable and, dare I say, just a tad over-dramatic.
Yeah, he's wanted talk.
Mr. Michael, I am not for a second trying to act like a health and safety inspector, but you have to bear in mind that your workers are human. Like you.
Boston, you're the fool here.
Well, at least I can...
You do know what they do on April 1st? April Fools?
What does April Fool's Day have to do with this? Wait. You mean... all of this? All of this? All of this was a prank, Boston. Nothing more. I mean, of course, you had me fooled, but... how? Why?
The same reason anyone does an April Fool's prank. Never thought Mr. Cardio would fall for it, mind you.
But you told Bunker... it doesn't add up. Oh no, I get it. You're trying to trick me to make me come quietly. Or go quietly in this case.
You may just have to ask Jerry the next time you see him. And I'm going to ring Mr. Cardio about it now, aren't I?
What, you're going to tell him it was a joke? He'd hit the roof. Literally, mind you. You'd have to find a new business partner. Come to think of it, I don't think British...
We've worked it all out, thank you. I'll just tell him I managed to sort it out. This stays between us, okay?
I guess they had you good, didn't they? I feel like a mechanic who's been run over. I wouldn't make too much of a thing out of it if I were you. Joanna, why are you giggling? Is it bad? No, I love your laugh. Your laugh is wonderful. But here's the thing. This whole strike was just a joke, right? Well, what if in the future you lot happen to have a real strike? Ever heard of the boy who cried wolf? Do you think I'll have the same approach as I have today? No way, Jose. That's a good point, but Mr. Michael, he runs a good ship. If anything ever happens, he can sort it. Loose lips sink ships. Safe afternoon. The Titanic was sunk by an... Oh, he can't hear me, can he?